Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back. My name is Deandra. If you are new here, and I'm sitting down today, it's a sit down day. I just did the bags that I sold in 2025. There was about 16 of them. Go ahead and watch it. I think it's informative. I think we always talk about the bags that we bring in and how it looks and what fits. Let's talk about the ones that didn't work for us as well. And that's what that is. That's the bags that I moved on with, and I don't regret not a single one. But today we're talking about fragrances. As you guys know, last year I started a new love, and that is the love for fragrances, and that is from anywhere. Just my channel is called Fashion Without Limitations. Okay, so I'm not going to discriminate where I buy my fragrances from either. However, most of them are designer, luxury, a little bit, very little are niche. Okay, so we're talking about Marc Jacobs now. Around the holidays, right before the holidays started, the Marc Jacobs Perfect Absolute was just released. That is this one here. And from there, I decided to get the original, which has been out for some time. I don't remember exactly when, because I'm new to the whole perfume game. And I also decided after getting these two to get the elixir. Now, to be honest, these are all perfumes, EDPs. However, there is a toilette, meaning a EDT, a part of this, which I do not have. I don't want to get it, but I'll tell you what's in it if you want to get it. Okay, so I got this one first, and as you guys know, I like to try out with the travel sizes before I get the big bottle. And I'm going to tell you right now, none of these I'm getting the big bottle for. Now that doesn't mean I don't like aspects of them. I do, but it was just like, I experienced you, it was fun, I had a good time, but it's time to move on. You were here for just that time in my life, and I appreciated you. So if you cannot see, I don't know, perhaps I may have to come close. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so it's right here. Out of this whole bottle or travel spray container, the level or the amount of juice left is right here. Okay, right here. And the others you can see very clearly. This one is very new. I literally got this a couple weeks ago, and this one I got around the same time. So let's talk about it. I've even sprayed them on the side just as a refresher, and while I was doing the bags that I sold, it was just wafting over here. Okay, so this is the Perfect, Marc Jacobs Perfect. Now I'm going to talk about this before I talk about the notes in it. Automatically, you get a little bit of fruity vibes and florals, okay? I feel like Marc Jacobs makes good perfumes, you know. They're not really cheap to me. I don't think so, but they're not nowhere near like a niche, or they're kind of close to luxury in terms of pricing, okay? Kind of close. But all of these travel sprays were about $30, okay? Yes, so you get definitely long-lasting perfumes from Marc Jacobs, and all of these are very long-lasting in different ways. And why I'm talking about these, all three of them, because they're all under the Perfect line, so they're all flankers of each other, okay? Flankers meaning that they have the same DNA, but they just tweaked it a little bit to have it a little something different so that they can have a different name and, you know, monopolize on it. Okay, so this one is the original, the Perfect EDP. I don't know if the toilet one came first, and if you guys don't remember, toilets are the weaker versions of the perfumes, the EDPs. So they're lighter, they don't last as long, they tend to not have the greatest sillage, okay? So they're just kind of overpriced body mist, as some people will call it, but I think they're way different than body mist. Like, if you're going to compare a body mist from Bath and Body Works with that, you're going to be kidding yourself, okay? So yes, the Perfect EDP gives like a fruity floral vibes, especially when you spray it originally, and then when it dies down, it's just really more floral, a little bit more everyday scent for sure. It's definitely daytime. I've worn this to work. I think immediately when I wore it, or actually bought it, This was the first one that I wore out of all of them. Okay, this is the one that I liked the most out of all of them. So what this is, it starts off with a rhubarb and daffodil note, so fruity, floral. Then it goes down into almond milk, which I personally don't smell at all, and then the base note is cashmeran. Now cashmeran is like a woody nature, and I guess you can smell that a little bit more when it dries down, because as I feel when it dries down, you smell more of the florals, and it smells a little bit more mature and less, I mean, altogether it is a good, well-rounded scent. I can see many people from different ages wearing this, like young and more mature for sure, but I feel like the beauty of it comes down in the dry down more so than in the original spray. But the original spray is really good as well. So that is my take on this. I feel like also this is more of a fall and spring scent, and that's why I haven't been really gravitating towards it at all lately. But it is really pretty, and I would recommend it if all of those floats your boat. Okay, so next is this one. Now you may be thinking this is my favorite because it has the biggest dent, but I think the time of year and the season has something to play with that. I bought this around fall, and that's why the original was worn originally, because it gives me that vibe. It was right before the holidays as well as October, and I was just like, yes, I'm feeling this right now. This gives me spiced. This gives me sweet. This is not gourmand at all. It's definitely fruity for sure. It still has the same fruity, slightly floral. It has amber in this. So the notes, let me just get into it. The top note is caramelized fig. Hello, that's why this is sweet. That's why this is fruity. And then it goes into jasmine. I love jasmine. I know for sure if you have jasmine, lily of the valley, amber, a little bit of musk in there, you got me. You have me for sure. Okay, and the last note is in the base is amber. Now, as I said, I love an amber. So this is definitely deeper, is richer, it is fruity, it is sweet, but it gives me a spiced nature, as if I was having like a spiced drink, almost like sorrel that we have. It doesn't give me completely that, and you may be thinking it's because of the bottle. No, it's not because of the color. It just gave me holiday vibes. So as soon as Thanksgiving and going into the holidays, going out at night, just wherever I was going, and I didn't want to feel sexy or anything, I just wanted something sweet and cute, I just put this one on and I liked it. You know what I mean? It was something, lighthearted, but also had a sillage. I don't think this is romantic. I heard a lot of people saying, oh, this is date night worthy. Have I worn it on a date? Yes. Did I wear it because I was going on a date? No, it's because it was nighttime and it was the time of year. Okay, I would have worn it I did wear this not on date at nighttime. I never wore this during the daytime. This is not a day scent to me. This is a nighttime, cozy, around the fireplace a little bit, out with friends, having a good time with family type of scent. It's a nighttime scent. And because of that, and we had all the holidays going on, my birthday, my family members' birthdays and all that stuff, it was an easy reach and all that stuff for just everyday activities at night. Now, just as a reminder, because I did spray them on here, and I sprayed them like a good almost hour ago, they're still good. They're still going strong. As I said, these have a really good projection. Like if you're talking about bang for your buck, Marc Jacobs will deliver a perfume that will have a sillage that you will smell. You are going to smell what you're paying for, in a sense of that. Like, you're not going to be unhappy in that respect with regards to your money. But everything I said, I agree with it. The only thing I would say, I don't smell the amber all that much, because I feel like the fig, that fruity sweet note, that caramelized fig, is really strong and prominent. Okay, I also don't really smell the floral all that much in the dry down. It's very subtle for the last two notes, which is the jasmine and the amber, and I feel it's just to like kind of round out the scent and not be overly fruity. But whether you just spray it or you let it sit or the dry down, you are going to smell that fig. So if you don't like a fig note, this will not be for you. Now also, although it's sweet, it's not overly sweet at all. It is, meaning like it's not sickeningly sweet. I think it's sweet for the, that's why I feel like for the occasion and the time of day, I feel like it will be overly sweet for the daytime. Nighttime is not overly sweet at all. Okay, last and not least, this is the newest one, and this is the Perfect Marc Jacobs Elixir. Now, this also has pretty much the same dent as the regular EDP for Perfect, the original. And I did spray it. Let me smell it one more time. Okay, so let me give you the notes before I tell you what I feel about this. This starts off with a rhubarb accord, okay, which is a fruity element, an amber woods accord, and a vanilla bean. It's slight vanilla. It has a slight vanilla aspect to it. Not that strong. The rhubarb you smell originally like completely, I would say. I would say this is like a good blend between the Absolute and a regular. I feel like the amber accords are slightly there. I feel like the same amber note, like with the Absolute, is not going to be a strong amber note, but it is there to give the scent some depth, okay? And also the vanilla bean, I feel, gives it a little bit of depth as well, but is not overpowering whatsoever. This does remind me out of the three of the Absolute because of that rhubarb note. It does have that fruity sweet smell as well, and that's why I kind of wore it throughout the holidays as well, because I wanted to give the Absolute a little bit of break. However, they're not exactly the same at all. I'm kind of curious as to why they considered this the Elixir, because it smells less like the regular Perfect and more of the Absolute to me. Also, it has a little bit of a powdery element to me. To my nose, it comes off a little bit powdery, and I'm surprised, and perhaps they're just not listing it. Is not listing that there's any floral element to it. I feel like there definitely is, but online I'm not seeing that. But I'm smelling some floral. I don't know what it is, and that floral part, I'm not sure if it's a white floral. If it is, I'll be absolutely shocked, because it's a little bit off-putting for me. So out of the three, I'm just gonna rank it for you really quick. The Elixir is dead last. I don't like the Elixir. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. The only thing is that it does have the same rhubarb note that the Perfect does have as well. It doesn't, if it does have florals in it, it's a different type of floral. It's definitely not the same. What did they have? I think they had daffodil. I don't have much experience with daffodil to know if that's in here as well. And the base note, they decided not to do cashmere and did a vanilla note, which I don't think it was necessary. I think they could have done a vanilla and cashmere note together, you know what I mean? So yes, that is dead last. Second will be the Absolute. Okay, I do like it. However, it's not a love at all. The one that I do like the most is the regular original Perfect. Okay, I think that one, they hit it on the nose very well, and I feel like they could have just stopped there. But I understand they wanted to give stuff for, you know, different times of year, and a lot of people feel like this is a nice date night scent. I feel like it would be a nice date night scent if I was younger. At this stage in my life, no, I have other options for date night scents. So would I recommend them? If you want just a simple perfume just for every day, because I feel like these, with the exception for this being good for the holidays, All the rest of them are good everyday scents, okay? They're not anything outrageous. They're not anything very crazy and unique or anything of that nature to me. This one is a little bit different because I feel like it's really sweet and spiced to me. But other than that, they're all really simple perfumes that I feel like if you want an everyday scent, you can get that here, okay? So I would recommend them for that case. But if you are a perfume fanatic and you just love to have something different, and you have a fig already in your closet, you already have a rhubarb fruity notes in your closet, and you don't need another one, then I feel like this is not for you. Okay, this is not for you. I will be completing them for sure because I feel like they're nice scents to, you know, experience. But yeah, that's about it. So that is my review on the Marc Jacobs Perfect line. As I did say, they do have a toilet, and the toilet is just a weaker version of a perfume. And I did not buy that one. However, the toilet rather has pink peppercorn, polygonum, white daffodil, and cedarwood. Actually, now that I'm listening to or reading the notes, that probably may be actually nice to have. So probably I may get it. Let's see. Really and truly, I don't know how long it will take me to get through those because I have an extensive perfume collection now. So we shall see. And I don't really need a lot of EDTs in my life. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you want more reviews on perfumes. I will be talking about perfumes in general on the channel from here to there, but if you want a review on them, I will definitely give it to you. I decided to do Marc Jacobs because I know Marc Jacobs is there's an overlap here. Marc Jacobs is a bag company and does also do scents, so I felt it'll be a good like in between for the new year to talk about this one. And that's the only scent that I have from Marc Jacobs too. When I was younger, I did have the Daisy. I did love that, but I don't need that anymore in my life. So there are other perfumes from Marc Jacobs if you are curious that you can delve into as well. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and have a good one. Bye.